All right, folks, it's April stream time, and as you can probably tell, I'm doing it from outside the balcony. And as you people can probably expect, it's quite late and quite dark. I'll show you. Yes, it's indeed dark, and since I'm doing this in the late hours of the day, that is, it's roughly 20 to 11 local time, that is Central European time. I'm not going to be shouting way too loudly. And as it's always the stream, it's time to grab the bottle opener. You know what the deal is. If you're first time at the Rauta, well, this is going to be certain kind of a recapping some festival preview parts, as well as sharing some random anecdotes, details, life in Spain, where I'm temporarily living for a few months, and of course answering questions with my answers. I'm trying to, of course, check out your comments on the comments box below or side, whatever. So feel free to shoot me with all kind of questions. If they are something too bizarre, something that I cannot for some reason to answer, then I just won't be answering them. I'll try, however, answer every question. And if you have something particular related or directed to me, please tag me on the comments so I will see them more. They will be popping up. So, hello, Benji. Hello, Tia. Welcome to the stream. And as it's always the case, this is something that previous stream viewers obviously know. I'm going to have drinks. I have a couple of ciders. This time I wanted to try out something different because I mean, a lot of you probably know that Spain isn't exactly known for, say, quality beer. I mean, there's decent lager beer, but I'm not a much of a lager guy. A lot of people, of course, associate Spain with wine, and I guess that's the thing. You know, they have relatively good wine for a cheap price and all, but not much of a wine drinker. Now, with my previous stream, I had a little bit of wine, so tried it, and actually, I have actually drunk a few bottles so far. But something that probably doesn't get too much attention is that Spanish people also make decent ciders. I've tried out this Ladron cider previously. Of course, that was green apples, manzanas, as you can see here. This one is, I guess, red apples, red manzanas. So we're gonna have some ciders here while I talk and all that stuff. So everybody, welcome to the stream. And as we have gotten this introduction going on, and welcoming you to our early days of March 2023, I'm trying to get things going, and I think I have some 1 hour or 1 hour 30 minutes, give or take, and all that stuff. So welcome to the stream, and shoot me with your questions by tagging me whenever you are directing a question to me. So welcome everybody, and I hope you're having good time and good drinks and all that stuff. Without further ado, let's open a bottle and let's get it going. So, hello, Maslow, Waldman, Hugin, and others who are right there. Cheers. This is actually pretty good. Nice twist, uh, crisp, definitely, and having the kind of a very, very enjoyable taste. Kind of a sweet red apple. You know, I don't know how many of you actually drink ciders. I'm a cider guy when it comes to the kind of a dry cider, the kind of a that gives you the little bit of a tingle on the upper part of your mouth that is almost reminds you of white wine in that respect. But mind you, not the kind of a uh, grape taste, but more like apples or pears. But let's be honest about it. As much as I can appreciate well-made ciders, I want them rather dry. So if you go too sweet with the ciders, it's not gonna work for me. But I understand a lot of people actually want their ciders to be sweet. After all, that's kind of a good replacement or option for beers. Anyway, welcome to the stream and grab your drinks. I'm ready to share some information. Oh, Portugal is present here. Hello, Portugal Hugin. What's going on? Chile is present. I guess Chile people have some proper red wine as well. And yeah, talking about cold, some people mentioned, you know, um, cold. Of course, here in Spain, it has been also like the coldest winter time, February also in 100 years. That means I have no previous experience with Spain in February, so can't really complain. But that kind of gives me the perspective. It's like 15 degrees lately. Now today it was something like 23, almost like 26 degrees. So it's finally feeling like this is why we came to Spain. Enjoy warmth and all. So this is why we're here. We, I mean people in general. Um, Possessiivisuffiksi, paljon maave. Best attempt so far, 265 kilos. I know it's not too much, but still more than or about 99% of my friends, so I'm satisfied with it. But I haven't been deadlifting for months now, so that will be that will be worked out when I get back to Finland by Steelfest. Reina Arias Satanica Vampirica. That's indeed quite a name. Vampires from Chile. Yeho has been, JH has been 32 weeks without alcohol. That's quite a lot. Uh, if you want to elaborate why, please do tell us. Coffee is always good, Benji. Coffee would be my number one poison. Everything else comes after that. Even though I just bought a bottle of good whiskey from Gibraltar, but I won't be drinking it for many, many months. My personal souvenir to be brought to Finland. And you might want to ask why I bought Scotch single malt whiskey from Gibraltar. The thing here is the prices are some 30-40% less, so it's tax free whiskey. And because I love whiskey, even though I drink it very very little, um, I love it. And you can't have alcohol free whiskey, so there is that. Oh, old man, it's nice to hear you got a new drummer. Now make those tracks and start touring and recording music. Oh, Mexico is also here. So welcome again, Southern. Nice to have you here. What is my favorite album released this year until now? I gotta say, most likely Terrestrial Hospice one. The second one, which I recently reviewed. Also, the new latest Obituary, so far one of my favorite ones. Oh, Black Edelweiss haven't lifted almost for a year. Get back to it. I have been lately doing, early weeks this year, some bodybuilding kind of a stuff, and now past couple of weeks, I've been doing a Smollow Junior bench press program, mainly because I'm kind of a working out in a very very small gym that doesn't have much equipment, not much even free weights downstairs in this building. So limited access to the gym right now, but I hope that it will be fixed later on. Mm, Tara by Apsu. Oh man, that's one of the best albums from United States ever. Not only in terms of black metal. Whiskey and coffee are together amazing. I totally agree. Hello, anti-communist. Rauta is here. ¿Cómo estás, Autumn Leaves? Nice to have you. How are you doing, man? I hope you're doing fine. I guess it's a lot colder in your department, that is your country, than here. So I bid you a nice evening with the cold and all. Because here it's like I have a t-shirt on for a reason. It's really really nice here at the moment, even though it's super windy. You can almost hear those palm trees like going back and forth. Have I ever met the main guy from Helvetti? Actually, I have. But this was over 20 years ago. We were having some kind of a boozy weekend nearby Jyväskylä with Warlock and Helvetti guys. Those two bands were like the same friendly scene and friendly scene, but you know what I mean. They were friends. I I assume they still are. I don't know. So Helvetti guys and Warlock guys, me and some other friends from IRC, Finnish black metal thing. We just kind of got together, drinking for 2 days and all that stuff. So yeah, back then I met those Helvetti guys, but this was more than 20 years ago, late 90s. Hello, Paul. Paul is asking me an interesting question. My favorite black metal album. Easy. Storm of the Light Spain or Transylvanian Hunger. Nice to hear, Worldman. You had a great Saturday show. What else? Oh, Autumn Leaves. What part of Spain? I'm very close to Fuengirola. Fuengirola. That's only like about less than 10 minutes. So southern Spain. Uh, Technically speaking, the sea is on the right side of me. If it was super clear, I could theoretically see the northern border of Africa. Not likely to happen though, because there's so many kilometers away. But you could basically see a mountain top. Now, Gibraltar is about 90 minutes that way, and I was there with my parents, well, my dad and spouse and other people, a couple of days ago, and from there, from Gibraltar, you could actually see, um, the other mountain, the other Herculean pillar. So technically speaking, you could actually see African border. And I actually took a photo. It's on public on my Facebook if you want to take a look. And there you will see the African side of what you call it, the watery area between Gibraltar and Africa. Um, I'm looking for a word. Anyway, you get the idea. If you want to go see my personal Facebook page for that photo, I am kind of lazy to upload those on Instagram because my Facebook for that kind of video material and photos is just public, so you can see it. But yeah, southern Spain, and yeah. Oh, sorry, forgot to ask you how long am I here? Almost 6 months. I was supposed to come back early June, but was decided that I won't be coming back here after Steelfest. So I'm going back home around mid May. That is, if I recall correctly, uh, Steelfest starts on the 18th of May. So that's when I'm going back. So roughly 5.5 months, give or take. And yeah, I definitely suggest people should come and feel Spain. Spanish people have the fame of the reputation that they are very much like manana, like let's worry about it tomorrow and all that stuff. And it kind of is true. A lot of things are here are delayed, but it also, on the other hand, means people are way more relaxed here than say up north in Finland. In Finland, things are like strict. Like if you're having an appointment around like 2 p.m., you're expected to be there 2 p.m. or maybe even a couple of minutes before. Here is somebody shows up like 30, 60 minutes late. It's just basic Spanish thing. You will also feel that when you're driving your car, you're in a traffic jam. People are like, hey, we don't have any place to be. Sometimes they, however, take quick turns and drive past you if you're too slow and if they're in a hurry. But in general, I would say people here are more like not so fussed about like being on time, and they're more relaxed and all. So yeah, I suggest people definitely should visit Spain for a lot of reasons. Of course, the climate here is nice. I mean, it's warm, but it's not super hot. Not these months anyway. The food is great. This is something that I think I'm just putting up more weight because the food is here is delicious. It's no wonder why Spanish kitchen is voted by some people among the one of the best in the world. I kid you not. The sausages, the meat, really good. I don't know how it would be for a vegetarian or a vegan, but if you're like an average Joe eating meat, at least in certain amounts, if you like fish, fresh fish, you can totally just enjoy it here. Also, the same thing with pastries. Good. So beer is not maybe the thing, but wine is. In my opinion, I'm not a wine expert, even if I'm not expert in any area really. But I would say the wine is pretty good. Ciders are good. Beers are drinkable. Mm, meat, pastries, fish, things like that. Really, really nice. So but people are beautiful also. You can actually, when you go to the gym, you will see a lot of people from teens to older people working out. People are quite good in shape, and it's kind of like weird. Like, given the food is really good here, like how come you don't see obese people here? And even if everybody has wine, how come you don't see alcoholic people here? So it's one of those mysteries for a Finnish perspective. Like, what's happening? Why we have obese people in Finland and our food tastes horrible, and I mean tasteless basically. And we have alcoholic problems, even though our alcohol consuming is way more restricted. So these are the mysteries. Anyway, now getting back to your other questions. Benji sounds like an interesting thing that peanut butter flavored whiskey. I definitely would taste it. Like for example, I don't know if so many of you know, but I like to taste different kind of foods. Like I had just had yesterday my very first poke bowl. It's basically a bowl with sushi rice on the bottom, and then you had like avocado, cucumber, like nicely diced and sliced, tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, if you're asking for particular types, uh, M&M things. Hold on, and then also kind of a sauce, kind of a mayonnaise kind of thing, and Korean type of chicken strip parts, and what else? Well, various veggies, basically onions, stuff like that. That and chicken strip parts and that sushi, and it was beautiful. Today, when I was dining with my relatives, we had, or I had, some kind of a silver fish. I don't know what's really called, but anyway, tiny, tiny. I mean, tiny fish. All fried up, and also like fried eggs. And then I had some sardines as a appetizer sorts. So never had those before, and they were great. So all I'm saying, it's nice to try out different kind of food and drinks. Um, Maslov asked if I have heard new Crying Mirror full length. No, I have not heard it. Yes, gigantic wings. Those were the days when we were young and drinking and all that stuff. Hugin, I reviewed with my co-host the latest Behemoth album on Rauta's podcast, and it's not good. It's kind of a lukewarm attempt to sound like Behemoth. Yes, Charo. Family is here also. I wouldn't be here alone anyway. Yes, Benji. Part of the deal coming to Spain is all about the nice weather, indeed. So yeah, no snow, no freezing lakes, no freezing one's balls. So yeah, no nothing freezing here. So definitely better than in Maryland. I'm sorry for you. Autumn leaves. Yeah, there's a small gym in the downstairs of this apartment building where I get to work out. I've been working out now less than normal, but about 3 times a week, roughly. I started in about what I would say mid January, like maybe 1 week after we arrived here, doing a PPL, push pull legs program, which is 3 times a week. And since that, I've been keeping up the pace. Now, past 2 weeks, I've been doing the small junior bench press program, which is 4 times a week. So kind of a catching up, but yeah, definitely not taking that kind of a 5 months break without working out. It's that important for me physically as well as mentally. So yeah, definitely working out every week. Oldman, I'm happy that you will get to play those gigs. Hello, is it Meija? Mejia? Hello, moi. Possessive suffix. Which master is not that great of a band to be called the best BM? Um, oh, Belstad is asking how I'm doing. How nice to have you here, Belstad. Basic stuff. It seems I'm making too much noise. Time to move inside. Let's move inside. Or maybe I will just be talking more silent ways. Um, yeah, the things that I've been doing here, mostly just working out and all that stuff. I hope you're able to make out my voice. Got to tone it down. Got the warning already. Yes, I know RDT, the Swedish act, and I think they came up with some re-released music. I don't remember if they released something new. Terve pizza monster. What do I most miss about not being in Finland is to play with my band Nightside. Currently coming to an agreement with our label and trying to figure out when the new material is being released. Um, Bellstad, when it comes to the review of Woods of Infinity album, well, if a physical copy appears, definitely. I cannot say I know the Chilean label mentioned. Um, Lately, I haven't come across any new Spanish bands, but there are some promising ones. I guess one of my favorite would be Angelus Apatrida, the thrash metal band, but not too many interesting black metal ones. Too breathy. Okay, I'll try to fix it. Thank you for letting me know. What's the worst job I've ever had? I really got to think about it. I guess when I was doing my civil service at the retirement home and all that stuff related to cleaning the mess. Thank you, anti-communist. Yeah, Malta and Greece are supposed to be nice. I mean, I've been to Greece a couple of times, and yeah, I've liked it. Regarding the latest Enslaved album, I have heard it once, maybe a month ago, when I got the digital promo, and while it sounded very progressive and in a way um, kind of decent Enslaved, not that great as I was hoping it to be. I guess Enslaved has now started a new phase, fourth era. So maybe I gotta give it more time. Oh well, Belstad, regarding which scene is the best one or most prolific, um, I would definitely not say Norwegian because Norwegian scene hasn't been that active since the golden days in '90s. Um, in a way, I kind of want to say Finnish, but then again, I think all these bands coming from different countries, it's hard to just pick one scene. I would more do a little bit of a cherry picking and pick individual bands. Um, but currently, I think Finnish scene is very, very promising with the new bands and all. Yes, Kader, what you want me to say in Finnish, I will definitely um, come up with the some kind of sentences. Yes, Wolfman, I actually recently listened to Minen Verfer's latest album, and I think it was pretty basic. Just kind of a fast pounding black metal. Um, nothing nothing wrong as such, but in my opinion, the songs didn't sound too good, really. So I don't know, not making waves in this department. Do I like fishing? Nah, it's too passive for me. Now, there was something I wanted to mention about coming festivals before I forget. That is, I'll try to answer your questions. However, um, Inferno Festival is about let me see, less than 4 weeks away, and I am going to have some kind of a meet and greet slash meeting kind of a thing for Rauta followers. So if you're coming to Inferno, let me know. And I will be sharing this information on Rauta's Discord, but also I try to remember to share the information on Rauta's Facebook and Instagram when the event actually is closer. So when I don't know on which day to have this kind of a meet. The thing here is, it's very much depending on which days I have those interviews. A lot of those interviews are not set yet, which means there are still too many question marks. Some interviews are already pretty much agreed, like, for example, what time already agreed, and there's like two or three bands which is already kind of a sealed, but there are lots of bands I'm still waiting for an answer. So we shall see when these interviews will be happening, and they will define when Rauta meet will be taking place. Now, personally, I'm thinking as early as possible. Not Thursday, most likely, because that's the first day, and that's when I'm arriving to the city. And should that be fine? I mean, the meet and all. There's a plan to do that as Steelfest as well. And there we might have actually the kind of a meet and greet place to do that kind of a um, meeting event. That is not more like, hey, let's go meet that bald guy from Finland, but more about like, let's meet like-minded people. Why we are in metal, why we're interested in interviews and good albums and all that stuff. So I'm trying to organize those two first Rauta meets this spring. So if you're coming to those festivals, keep in touch. Skyder, soitatko kitaraa? Do you play guitar? Sometimes I do. Soitan pikkasen, mutta en niin hirveästi, koska olen laiska tai pikemminkin kiireinen. So that being said, I'm more of a vocalist than a guitar playing guy. Oh, Hugin, yeah, it's not too invasive to ask about my daily job. I mostly do, you know, something that people would consider press communications, PR, marketing, and a little bit about consulting, I guess. So I work in a peer company and communication peer and communications agency to be more specific, which means I mostly do translations and press releases in Finnish. So I'm basically being paid for talking and typing. Do I only live from interviews and reviews? No way. Rauta doesn't really make much money, of course. So they bring in pennies. Rauta is not so self sufficient, meaning there's not enough money coming from Rauta so that me and my camera people could travel. So this is only a hobby. Hello, SK. Nice to have you here. How is USA treating you? Oldman is asking, what's my favorite video game so far? World of Warcraft. I spent 6 years with that, playing with metalheads and other friends. Personally, Resident Evil 4 remake is not that interesting to me because I played the original one a little bit. It wasn't my cup of tea. However, I have worked when it comes to the press communications with the game. So, technically speaking, from my work point of view, I am excited about Resident Evil games, but personally, not likely that I will be playing it. Maslow, I think my favorite composer of soundtrack music for movies would be the one who made, for example, Conan, the Barbarian music, and other such thing. Um, I mean, Basil Polidorus. he did great stuff, not with only with Conan movies, but also, for example, Starship Troopers and The Hunt for Red October and stuff like that. Most epic. Um, my video game music would be a little bit different. I'm quite a big of a Hans Zimmer fan also, and Robert Howard, not Robert Howard, but Howard. What the hell is his full name? Did Lord of the Rings, for example. He's really good, and John Carpenter has done excellent stuff for like the Thing movie soundtrack. Aliens movies have great soundtracks. Can't remember all the composers, however, but yeah, I do like video games and movies and TV show uh, soundtracks. Hello, Shaki. Welcome to the stream. Mai, Maija, se on just näin. Kiireinen, mutta ei kireä. Kyllä. Tai riippuu minkä kireyttä mitataan. Belstaff, if we're talking about particular people or band that are live, which I would like to interview the most, Gordon from Bathory, uh, Chuck Schuldiner from Death, Dimebag Darrell from Pantera, people like that. Now, from living people, obviously it would be my greatest wish to interview guys from Metallica. I mean, I grew up with Metallica. So far, I have only got to interview one of my childhood or teenage idols, Mike Moore from Suicidal Tendencies. So there are lots of people which I would like to interview because they were my teenager heroes. Guys from Metallica and Slayer would be among them. Um, Also, Blackie Lawless from Wasp because I grew up with Wasp, and lately I've been listening to Twisted Sister. So definitely interviewing people like Dee Snider from Twisted Sister would be amazing. Also, guys from Metal Crew. I mean, I grew up with that stuff. Also, Vikernes from Burzum would be great. And I don't think that needs to be explained why I would love to do Burzum interview. And of course, Fenris and Nocturno Culture from Dark Throne. After all, it's my favorite black metal band. Besides black metal bands, of course, there are lots of different bands that I would like to interview. But I guess Metallica, Slayer, and Wasp guys would be the highest priority if I got to choose. Hello, Iho. How are you doing? Thank you, Pizza Monster. That's nice that you like the videos. One thing which I need to also mention before a lot of you people go and start spending your Saturday more wiser than just hanging out with me streaming is that lately I've been expanding Rauta Beyond, the secondary YouTube channel of mine, into something different. I've been trying out with different kind of short videos. Some of them are about Spain. I guess if you want to take a look what I've been doing here in Spain, maybe give Rauta Beyond a go, especially with the short videos. Um, Also, what I did this week was to do a reaction video. I hate the concept, but I decided to give it a go. Why? Because some people were asking me about it on Rauta's Discord server. Like, do a reaction video about a metal video. It was technically speaking a deathcore song. And if you like reaction videos, or if you like my videos and would like to see what I would do with those reaction videos, please let me know. Suggestions, recommendations, which videos I should react to, and I will definitely comment on them. I don't know if that makes actually any sense. I think reaction videos are mostly quite stupid, but I will be doing my best to make them somewhat entertaining and making a point with those videos. So check out Rauta Beyond for more material. And Benji, if it was up to me, I would definitely like to do night side covering Viking era battery. Yes, I have watched two first seasons of Penny Dreadful, and I think it's pretty good. Oh, pardon if my mic is fuzzing a little bit too much. I'll move inside, so give me a little bit of time and I will just